Today we go over Star Wars Episode 9, the final film of the Skywalker saga. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, I don't know if you guys agree or disagree with me on this, but to me, the face of Star Wars is Vader. It's all Darth Vader to me, especially when it comes to how Anakin Skywalker is such a conflicted character and how he was manipulated by Emperor Palpatine into becoming such an iconic figure in pop culture. Now, looking at Episode 9 specifically, we do know that J.J. Abrams will be implementing some prequel trilogy continuity here and there, as we went over before in the past, and that's one thing that a lot of people have interest in for Episode 9, is the prequel content. What JJ's going to do with Luke Skywalker, what is Kylo Ren's endgame, what happens to Rey, all these little different things are very much a curiosity, for a lot of fans out there for Episode 9. But looking at Star Wars specifically, alright, these past couple of weeks or so, we have been learning about all the different set designs, the set leaks, the scene schedules, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with Darth Vader and Kylo Ren, grandfather and grandson. Specifically, Kylo Ren holding a triangular object that may be a Sith holocron. The room around Kylo Ren turns red as he sees visions of Anakin Skywalker burning on Mustafar, yelling in pain, followed by glimpses of Vader's limbs being taken off by medical droids, also revealing Vader's injuries to Kylo Ren, concluding with a vision of Vader dying and Luke Skywalker burning the suit on Endor. Now, I wanted to go over the interesting piece that has all to do with Darth Vader, and that is, of course, the vision of his limbs being taken off by medical droids. Now, I think that this could very well be footage from Rogue One, a Star Wars story that was never released. There was a lot of rumors that Rogue One actually had a scene for Darth Vader, in concept at least, in which we had Darth Vader actually on a table, getting his legs and arms replaced by medical droids. And that in and on itself, alright, told us the whole entire way of how Darth Vader keeps up with not only his suit, but also his limbs. And that's a very interesting factor that we have never seen before in the Star Wars franchise itself. It's a very different angle, right? To see Vader essentially being repaired. We've never seen that in a Star Wars film to date, and I think that that is something that we all would very much love to see on the big screen. So if this actually does come into fruition, if Kylo Ren does end up seeing this in front of his very own eyes, this could very well be a huge lesson to him as to exactly what may happen to him if he keeps going down this road to the dark side of the Force and staying as, supreme leader of the First Order. The other thing, of course, how he sees Anakin Skywalker burning on Mustafar, he's learning all about Darth Vader's injuries. Now, it's a very interesting, concept for Episode 9 that I really hope actually makes it to the finalized version of the movie, because Kylo Ren witnessing Darth Vader, alright, and his injuries and what he went through before he was really Vader in his prime and Vader actually ruling the whole entire galaxy at a younger age. To me, I think this would be a very interesting angle for Star Wars to have the grandson who looks up to his grandfather witnessing for the very first time of exactly how his grandfather became the iconic and the most hated man in the galaxy. Now, the other thing is him witnessing the death of his grandfather and how Luke Skywalker burned the suit. Again, this all gives Kylo Ren a better understanding of Vader, and that brings me to the conclusion here. Could this very well all be taking place inside of Darth Vader's castle on Mustafar? And the reason why I bring this up is because we do know that Disney and Lucasfilm apparently hold a lot of interest in shooting scenes over at Mount Etna, and Mount Etna, by the way, was used as some of the background scenes for Mustafar in Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. So if they're looking at Mount Etna for Episode 9, it's very much possible that we are indeed going back to Mustafar. And if we're going back to Mustafar, it's pretty much a given that we are going to Darth Vader's castle and that Kylo Ren and his Knights of Ren are heading there for something. Now, I think that what he's holding is indeed a Sith holocron. What else is triangular shaped, that would give you at least the power to go through different visions and all. So I think that maybe Vader has his own holocron stored in that castle, or maybe he has a different holocron that's in there that Kylo Ren comes across that makes him understand everything all the more so about his grandfather, and that is a very interesting thing for sure now. Exactly how will they handle the character of Kylo Ren and his inspiration of Vader in the final installment of the Skywalker saga? We do know that in The Force Awakens, they kind of made him look, a little too obsessive about his grandfather, and then they kind of seemed to drop that in The Last Jedi by writer and director Rian Johnson, right? But going into Episode 9, and now that JJ is back, it could be that JJ wants to bring that angle back in Star Wars. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to morning.